So we have here example E, where we're going to use the order of operations to complete this problem. So this would tell us what order to do things in. So in general, we start with parentheses or grouping symbols, then exponents, then we do all of our multiplication and division from left to right, and then we do all of our addition and subtraction from left to right. So kind of an exception to this, this idea that we would do multiplication and division before we would do addition and subtraction, is if you have a big fraction bar like this. So if you have a big fraction bar, that fraction bar means division, right? But technically, I can't divide the top by the bottom until I know what the top is and what the bottom is. So it's not really, but you can kind of think of it as an exception to this, because you would have to kind of consider the top as if it's in parentheses, even though it's not, right? So you kind of have to say, well, I can't divide the two until I know what they are. So I would go ahead and do any addition and subtraction here, any addition and subtraction here before I could actually divide with the division bar. So on this example, I'm going to encourage you to try this on your own first. So pause the video, take a minute, see if you can work through this, and then hit play and check yourself. All right, so then the way we would work through this is we would look for parentheses. There aren't any. Next, I would look for exponents. There is an exponent in the denominator, so I'm just going to copy my numerator. And then for the denominator, 4 squared is really 4 times 4, which is 16. So then I'm done with exponents, and now I'm ready to move on to multiplication and division. I've got some multiplication in my numerator. 8 times 3 is 24. And then I would just bring down everything else. Bring down the plus 6, bring down my division bar, and the 16 minus 1. And then in terms of multiplication and division, I still have my division bar, my fraction bar here, but I can't do that yet because I can't divide two things if I don't know what those two things are. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to my addition subtraction and realize that I'll do that division bar last. So if I go ahead and do my addition and subtraction, I could go ahead and do that separately on the top and the bottom. 24 plus 6 is 30, and then 16 minus 1 is 15. And so now there's no addition and subtraction left. The only thing left is this fraction bar. When you get to MAE 202, you might just be left with a fractional answer where you would just simplify that fraction. For us, though, if we're gonna stay in the world of whole numbers for right now, or at least integers, and we'll just divide, right? So we'll think of this as 30 divided by 15. Because division and fraction bars are the same thing, and 30 divided by 15 would give us 2.